For 1 week in February 2026, mortgage rates dropped, believe it or not, below 6%, which is pretty awesome. That was enough, though, to reveal how fragile and rate sensitive the Minneapolis market is. A 1-point drop in rates qualifies, believe it or not, 81,000 new buyers almost overnight. Today, I'm showing you what that means and exactly what to do before it happens again. What just happened and why it really matters. The Twin Cities market told us a lot about the February rate drop. It showed what could be coming next. That rate drop came from Freddie Mac, the main source for the rate data, and since then, they have moved that rate back up, unfortunately, in my opinion. However, across the nation, rates are back to around 6.5 to 7.5%. So we're talking about what that week showed us, and the dip was not just noise. So Freddie Mae expects rates near 5.9% by the end of 2026, and other housing experts are close to that number too. So that February moment below 6% will likely come back. Fingers crossed. And when it does, Minneapolis and the surrounding area is going to fill it extremely fast. So at that 6% rate, about 81,000 households newly qualify to buy. 81,000 more people that are going to be competition if you're a buyer out in the market. So buyers who've been waiting for that exact moment are going to have a lot of pressure when rates go below 6%. So I'm going to show you the exact moves that matter before this next wave hits. So if you're buying or selling in the Twin Cities, reach out to me via the form in the description right down below. It takes less than 60 seconds, believe it or not, to fill out. We'd love to connect with you. I work in this market every day, and I can show you where you stand. So now let's dig into the real reason Minneapolis is different from every other market. Why is Minneapolis the most rate-sensitive market in America? When people hear rate-sensitive market, they tend to think that every market cares about rates. But in my opinion, Minneapolis is a little bit different. It's in its own category to a certain degree. The National Association of Realtors released its 2026 Housing Hotspots report, and it named the Twin Cities among the top 10 markets, one of the most responsive markets to lower rates. All of that means that a 1-point drop in rate changes everything here. And as I said before, it qualifies more than 81,000 additional buyers in the Twin Cities that are going to be the competition to buyers that are out there right now. So if you're a buyer right now, you might want to get in and pay a little bit higher rate, but lock in that price. So for comparison, Charlotte, North Carolina, it only unlocks about 52,000, and Columbus, Ohio unlocks 41,000. So the gap, it's not even close. There are 3 big reasons for that. The first one is the payment squeeze. With many Twin Cities buyers right on the edge, home prices sit near their limit, and monthly payments are extremely tight. So when rates move, even by a 0.5 point, that math can change fast. It can turn a no into a yes for tens of thousands of people, all at the exact same time. The president of the Minnesota Association of Realtors put it simply: rates and the economy will be the key to the market direction that we have for this year and many years moving forward. The second reason for the pent-up demand, and it runs extremely deep here, is Minnesota has high home ownership, with about 71% of households owning their home, believe it or not. People here want to own, so that's part of the culture. So many would-be buyers are waiting, and they've been watching this market for years. The only thing holding them back is the payment. So keep in mind, the tools that let you get ahead of this wave are not going to stick around. Now, the third reason is supply. The city has not built enough homes for years. The Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank reported these numbers. The Twin Cities added about 12,000 housing units in 2025. The minimum needed is about 18,000 units a year. So we've missed that target now, unfortunately, 3 years in a row. So active listings are still below old levels, even with more inventory than we've had in the past few years. You have a large buyer pool and a market people want to be in, but you don't have enough homes to absorb them when demand jumps. And that's for sure. 81,000 people are going to affect that. So when rates move, and they will, that wave will hit fast, and it's going to hit like a tsunami. There's going to be a ton of competition. Now, we need to look at the market today before that actually happens. So right now, buyers have more homes to look at, more room to breathe, and sellers are more open to possibly negotiating. As of April 2026, the metro median sales price was in the high 300,000s, with homes staying on the market around 57 days. Now, compare that to 2021 and 2022, it was a completely different world. The take it or leave it attitude has faded among sellers. Sellers are offering rate buydowns. They're offering closing costs too. You have some negotiating room, and it actually exists, which was not true really for the last 3 years. So new listings actually jumped by 9%, and signed purchase agreements rose almost 7.5%. That was across Minnesota. So buyers, they actually are moving, but this market is not the same everywhere. Woodbury is a great example. It's one of the fastest growing suburbs on the east side of the metro. Homes are selling at 98.9% of list price, and supply is only at about 2 months. So don't read the metro average wrong. Balanced metro-wide does not mean easy everywhere. The bigger point is, how long will this last? Well, once rates move, the negotiating room can disappear fast, and seller concessions can disappear even faster. So let's talk about what may happen when rates move again. Following the predictions, rates will probably fall below 6% again somewhere in the near future. A lot of buyers are waiting for this, thinking that it will make things easier. But I'm here to tell you, those same buyers will all come back at the same time together, and they will be competing with another 81,000 other households. So when the wave of buyers comes back, the first market to heat up, it's clear: suburban single-family homes, especially in the low to mid price range. And that's the exact market that we cover. Right now, the city average is in the mid 300,000s, and it's already a busy market. So that segment is already moving, and with lower rates, it can go right back to bidding wars, no negotiations, and no inspections. The buyers who move before that happens will have more choices, less competition, and hopefully better terms. But not every segment moves the same way. Condo sales dropped in early 2026, and the reason, well, it's pretty clear. HOA fees. They can be very high. In the Twin Cities, the median HOA fee, believe it or not, is $278 a month. Add to that your mortgage payment, and the monthly cost actually gets pretty hard fast. So lower rates alone will not fix that. However, condos have other issues. Things like rising insurance costs, deferred maintenance reserves, and HOA increases. Those are separate from mortgage rates. So condos may recover on a different timeline than single-family suburbs that are going to move relatively fast. The bigger picture is simple. Demand can rise fast, supply cannot keep up that fast, and new construction permits rose in early 2026. So that's good news overall. But those homes need time to be built. They may take between 12 to 18 months to actually hit the market. So when the rates fall, demand is going to jump right away. Supply cannot respond right away, which creates definite pricing pressure, and that in and of itself is the time bomb that we talked about at the beginning of the video. I want to get practical now and tell you, what does this actually mean for you? Starting with buyers. The window right now is important. This is the best buy setup Minneapolis has seen in years. Seller paid rate buy downs and closing cost credits, they're back. A 2-1 buy down can lower your rate, 2 points in year 1 and 1 point in year 2, and the seller pays for that concession. These deals disappeared in 2021 and 2022, and frankly, 2023 and probably 2024 also. They're available though today. So make sure you ask for them on every single offer. Now, balance does not mean easy everywhere. Places like Edina, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Chanhassen, well, guess what? They're all still moving because they're all extremely desirable places. Also, good homes anywhere will sell fast. And some of those suburbs are selling at just over 98% of list price. And some, actually many, are under a 2-month supply. So study the market neighborhood by neighborhood and work with a professional that can walk you through what that looks like in each market and each neighborhood. You need to get fully underwritten and pre-approved right now, not after the rates drop. By then, you're already behind the 8 ball. So listing before the rate-driven demand surge, it really matters to you. So you get more buyer activity, and guess what? You avoid the big seller wave. When 81,000 buyers come back, your buyer pool gets bigger, but your seller competition gets bigger too. The Minneapolis market is in a rare spot. So you can be ahead of the wave, whether you're a buyer or a seller, rather than chasing that wave. And that's what we help people figure out every single day. The window before 81,000 buyers come back is the opportunity zone. And a lot of people, frankly, are going to miss that window because it's already going to be gone before they actually go and look out that window, frankly. The ones who move now are not lucky, but they're paying attention to every single detail. Now, if you're buying or selling in the Twin Cities, go to the link in this description down below, fill out the short form, and we'll show you exactly where you stand. I'll also show you your next move because this market will not wait. So your plan, frankly, it shouldn't wait either. If the rate picture opened your eyes, watch the video linked right here because Minneapolis keeps showing up on growth lists, but the city itself is losing people. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video and at the next home.